This is the Music History Today podcast for November the 27th. On today's show, the Beatles start a magical mystery tour and Madonna gets banned yet again. First up, though, on this date in 1919, composer Ignacy Jan Paderewski resigned as the Polish Prime Minister. In 1955, composer Arthur Honegger passed away from heart issues at the age of 63. In 1969, the Rolling Stones recorded the New York City part of their concert album, Get Your Ya-Ya's Out. In 1990, Madonna's music video, Justify My Love, was banned from MTV. The video was then sold on VHS tape in record stores where it sold over 1 million copies at $10 a pop for a less than 10-minute video. And yes, I still have my copy to this very day. It sits in my collection. In 1997, Reba McEntire premiered her new charity song, What If, during the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade broadcast. In 2000, Old Dirty Bastard was found at a McDonald's restaurant and then arrested after he had escaped from a drug rehab center that he had been court-ordered to be at. In 2007, country music singer Rosanne Cash underwent brain surgery, which thankfully was very successful. In award ceremonies that were held on November the 27th, in awards of sorts, in 2017, Blake Shelton, country music superstar, was named People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive. Albums that were released on November the 27th include in 1957 when the Crickets released the Chirping Crickets. In 1967, the Beatles released their huge album, Magical Mystery Tour. Also on that same day, the Temptations released In a Mellow Mood, and Stevie Wonder released Someday at Christmas. In 1970, George Harrison released All Things Must Pass. And also on that same day, Spirit released The 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus, and Gentle Giant released their self-titled album, along with the Kinks releasing Lola vs. the Power Man and The Money Go Round Part 1. In 1972, the Mothers of Invention released The Grand Wazoo. In 1976, the Jacksons released their self-titled album. In 1981, 10cc released 10 Out of 10, and Soft Cell released Nonstop Erotic Cabaret. In 1982, Ozzy Osbourne released Speak of the Devil. In 1987, Wasp released Wasp Live in the Raw. In 1990, Clint Black released Put Yourself in My Shoes. In 1995, Dark Tranquillity released The Gallery. In 2000, the Boards of Canada released In a Beautiful Place Out in the Country. In 2007, Loverboy released Just Getting Started, and in 2008, The Counting Crows released Oral 6. Singles that were released on November the 27th include in 1967 when the Beatles released Hello Goodbye. In 1978, the Eagles released their Christmas classic Please Come Home for Christmas. In 1995, Michael Jackson released Earth Song. Before we continue, we'd like to tell you that we've started Season 2 of the Music History In-Depth podcast, where we go more in-depth on some of the events that we mention on this particular podcast. The Music History In-Depth podcast drops every Tuesday on this podcast network. Now, back to the Music History Today podcast. Artists who were born on November the 27th include Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, the greatest guitarist to ever live, Mr. Jimi Hendrix. Also, country music singer Eddie Rabbitt, Tim Young of Vital Remains, Calvin Hayes of Johnny Hates Jazz, Ashley Ingram of Fizz, Daryl Stuermer of Genesis, Alan Jackson of Booker T and the MGs, musician Daryl Adams, Scoob of Das Effects, Fiachna O'Branian of the Hot House Flowers, Mike Borden of Faith No More, Charlie Benanti of Anthrax, Charlie Burchill of Simple Minds, Dave Winthrop of Supertramp, Randy Brecker of Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and also the group The Brecker Brothers. Dozy Ward Davies of Dave D, Dozy, Beaky, Mick, and Titch. British rapper Professor Green, Village People creator Henri Bololo, Betty Weiss of the Shangri-Las, Lyle May of the Pat Metheny Group, Miles Kennedy of Alter Bridge, and conductor Victor Alessandro. Artists who unfortunately passed away on November the 27th include conductor Arthur Rodzinski, jazz trumpet player Frank Christian, Jimmy Widener of the Hank Snows Band, conductor Victor Alessandro, who passed away on his birthday, singer and actress Lottie Lenya, singer-songwriter Barbara Acklin, blues guitarist Big Moose Walker, singer Joe Jones, British pick of the Pops TV host Fluff Freeman, tuba player Don Butterfield, jazz saxophonist Cecil Payne, jazz fusion bassist Pekka Pojola, musician Sultan Khan, guitarist Mickey Baker, bass guitarist Pops Popwell, singer and actor Eddie Mecca, organist and composer Francis Routh, and the drummer for Chet Baker's band, jazz drummer Art Frank. Next on the Music History Today podcast, it is November the 28th, when in 1974, John Lennon performed in concert for the final time as a guest performer at Elton John's concert in New York City.